much of a challenge. First of all, like Jamie said, I want to thank all of you for coming. Certainly, we're looking forward to the season starting. This is a great opportunity for us to get together as supporters, and we have most of our players here tonight. Anybody that's not here, we'll have a few late arrivers that are coming from class, and then we have a handful that are in class until about 8:30. So they won't make it here tonight, but I'm glad we have this opportunity to get together. As you know, besides me at least being a new face in this position, we have a completely new staff. I'm very excited about this group. I will introduce our staff. Here in the blue shirt, Gavin, if you put your hand up there. Gavin Morgan. Gavin, pardon?
Pardon me, I take leave from here. Staff of what? UAH or BBC?
UAH hockey. Yes, I'll make that clear. I always like when someone brings a question up and I know my message wasn't. Pardon? He's Gavin Morgan. He's an assistant coach. Assistant coach. Okay? Gavin comes from us. He's a Denver University of Denver, as apparently everybody that's gone there calls it. Graduate, and this is his first year in coaching at the college level. He has an 11-year professional career, including time in the NHL. We have Mike Ward. Mike, where are you at? Mike Ward is a graduate and player at Iona College, was a coach at Iona, and most recently coach for Army, the Academy, for 6 years, Mike? 4 years. He brings some great talents to our staff. In fact, both of those gentlemen will bring some things to the staff that will allow me to learn a few things from them. We have Tim, where are you at? Tim Flynn here is our volunteer assistant coach this year. Tim will be spending a lot of time and on a per hour basis working very cheap. So we're glad to have Tim here. Once again, I'm very happy with the way that our staff is shaped up, and I look forward to working with those gentlemen over the course of the year here. We have, as you know, a lot of new players this year, a lot of new faces. They will be walking around and mingling with you this evening. They have their name tags on, and I ask guys that you introduce yourselves. And our job here tonight is to assist you in finding the seat that'll be a good fit for you. And we look forward to that. And if anybody has any questions on anything, please feel free to ask. Okay? Jamie? Our next... Okay. Mr. Harris?
To say, I want you to hear very clearly, and I can't tell you enough how much we appreciate your loyal support when it comes to UAH and UH Charger hockey. We have a very good and fortunate situation here, I believe, because as you can see in some of the seating already, this half of course isn't done yet, and if you pick it and you don't want your share, we'll just put a lawn chair or something in there for you with a towel. No, I'm just kidding. But as you can see, as the arena is taking shape, it's really going to be unique and different and nice and really a lot closer together. And that's really been a goal, I guess, for us. And now we have that opportunity to bring our fans closer to the ice, closer to the action, and closer to one another. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of very long-standing seats. And I know there are people out here that have been in this building and in this seating for over, well, around 30 years, 28 years, 27 years. And I can only say that I hope you will enter this evening with a very, very open mind and consider your new seat, your permanent home from now and forever, at least until they decide to renovate the Braun Center again, or we build another ice arena in town somewhere, like on our campus. course, one good thing we're doing here is planting the new seed. The new seed, of course, for you is a long-term seed commitment and a commitment to Charger hockey. What we're also doing here is when we are fortunate enough and we close the deal on a new league, you will have been already taken care of. You will have been already taken care of. And that makes me happier than standing up here trying to throw darts at holes and say, okay, put Betty over here, or John over there, or Bob up here. We want you to take a look around and see for yourselves really what is being done, and we want you to feel comfortable in picking out a seat, especially for those who have lost their entire sections. 13 and 14, totally gone. Seat 14 on the ends of the rows, totally gone. And if you noticed, or if you remember perhaps from last year, there may have been empty seats right in your row that are not spoken for. Therefore, if you were holding, say, seats 10 through 14, and nobody was in 9, really all you would have to do is move down one to your right. You still have an aisle seat on one of them, that would be seat 13. And then, of course, you move from 9 to 13. Very simple. Some of you had asked me even 2-3 years ago, could you move if new seats came available or long-term seats had been occupied for a long time come available? And of course, we always try and take care of that first, absolutely first for you. But here's a chance now, and one key area that I want, especially the people in section 13 and 14 to consider. UAH used to have box 16 right here, which is now 204. UAH will now not occupy that particular area, and those seats are now available for sale. So as you can see, that's pretty prime, close to center ice seating that's going to have, what is it, Jessica, 4 rows in 16? Is it 4, A through D? 4 rows. So there's 4 good rows that are available that was not available for the public before. What UAH will do is we've decided to move the president's area to the boxes right in front of the old box 16. So when he does his entertaining, or we're working with corporate sponsorships or whatever, instead of occupying 16, we'll go ahead and occupy the first couple of 3 ice suites. And of course, sell the box 16 to you folks. We really, really, really studied the fair way to do this. And we think we've come up with a very equitable situation. That's what come on, bud. I'm not going to do, buddy. So what I'm saying to you is let's trust the system. And I know that some of you may question the system, and I understand that. But we've also had to consider a number of factors. One, those people that have been part of our program that have had seats in this building from day one, 30 years ago, 32 years ago. We've had people in those seats for 28 years. Those people who have lost them in 13 and 14 have to have major consideration. But we also primarily and foremost consider, most of all, those that purchase season tickets and are a member of our Blue Line Club. Because as you know as well as I, without your support, without your financial support, without your physical support, it would be very, very difficult for UAH to run a Division I ice hockey program. This is not an inexpensive sport. We have to rely on external funding. We have to rely on ticket sales, season ticket sales, game guarantees, and our Blue Line Club forever and ever, amen, to be successful. Our coaches have done a marvelous job over the years working that system, and we will continue to do so. So because you're not in phase 1 or group 1 or group 2 or group 3, that means no disrespect to you personally. What that means is we have people that have accumulated time a little bit, maybe more than you have been in their seats maybe a little bit longer. But I assure you, when this building is done, when we have all of these seats put in place, and we have a brand new scoreboard and a brand new sound system, I guarantee you one thing won't change, and that will be the effort that our young men put on this ice. I assure you, and we want you to be proud of that. If you are moved from your seat by a priority ahead of you, and you can't find anything, let you and I talk, because I will do everything I can to find something comfortable for you, without a question. And we'll do whatever we can. Now I know there's some, the seats were not affected, and you may be in phase 2 or 3. As I say, you may be bumped, and you may not. But I think if we all work together as part of the Charger crowd, we can work this out, and everything should be accurate. So when you came in, you received the name tag, and I believe on the name tag is the group number there? Color. Color. All right. Dennis, what is the first color? Blue. All right, if you have blue, you will be in the first phase to go ahead and meet with the ticket crew here from the Braun Center and renew, or if you wish to go look around the arena and try and sit in some other spots and get some other views, you're welcome to do that as well. We'll give phase 1 here, or blue, a few minutes to peek around and see what they have, and then we'll begin phase 2. So if you're standing here in phase 2 and you see something or eyeball something, then away we go.